have been told if I was 2 inches shorter, I probably wouldn't be walking right now. Yesterday marked 1 year since my neck injury. I can see some builders outside, it's really funny. So they're building a massive block and they're actually on the same level as me. See, so this is what you can see out my window. I actually don't mind that at all. There's like building work and stuff. It's quite fun. But yeah, it's just city centre basically. I am filming this update from Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. So I've been here a couple of times before. The last time I was here was 8 years ago. So I feel like I've done quite a lot of the tourist stuff. So I'm going to meet my friend today at 10 and we're going to have a little adventure around. But yeah, so the whole point of this brief video is to touch base 1 year on from my neck injury. So if you've been following me or you know me at all, then you may be aware that I almost broke my neck last year when I fell from a trapeze. It wasn't a super high fall, and you can kind of check out the whole video about that previously on my YouTube, so I won't bore you with the story. So basically last year, 1 year ago, I almost broke my neck, and I was housebound for a couple of months. Like I was in severe pain. It's the worst pain of my life. When you say like how many out of 10 is the pain, then this is definitely 10 out of 10. But yeah, so I'm finally like getting there. I've been following a program with my physio, which reminds me I need to do a couple of little bits of that this morning. But yeah, mainly it's just like do the trip. I've had a little swim this morning, which is good. But yeah, I have been recovering for 1 year. So the fact that I've made it to this solo trip, I'm going to sort out my camera settings 1 second. The fact that I'm even sat here on this solo trip in Malaysia and then I'm going on to Australia and New Zealand and back to Australia. Only 3.5 weeks though, but the fact that I'm here and I'm telling this story now, and I'm not 100% recovered, but I am reasonably recovered. The fact that I'm sitting here and telling the story about my injury from another country halfway around the world means I think I'm doing okay. I've had a really brilliant physio that I've been seeing ever since I did my injury. Like unfortunately the NHS resources are very small, so I only had 2 appointments there. Initially I had intended to document my recovery throughout the year, but to be honest, I did do a few little videos which I might drop in here as well, but to be honest, it's just been such a mad year and the focus has been on that and work that I decided that, or I just didn't really have the capacity to continue to make videos. And to be honest with you, the first 2 months there wasn't really a lot of progress to report. It was the most severe pain, the worst pain of my life, we'll say. And I could barely walk, so it took me about 2 or 3 times longer to get to the local park, which I did I think in the first week. And then I saw an NHS physio a couple of times, so I did like 1 hour session, and the urgent care appointment was 6 weeks after my injury. And then so in the meantime I saw a private physio, and then I saw them 6 weeks later and I got signed off because I had regained enough movement. I've made it to the park and got a little bit further today. My shoulder feels like I need to like click it back into place though. So there's definitely something weird going on, but I'm waiting for the physio. But yeah, I was walking more my normal speed today, which is good. But yeah, long way to go. I have finally managed to get an NHS appointment to see the physio, but that is in another 4 weeks time. But I have been quite lucky because the usual wait is 6 months at the moment, which is crazy. So for obvious reasons, I want to get working on that as soon as possible, because I feel that if it heals and then I see the physio, it'll be a lot more work to correct it rather than correcting it first time around. It seems like anytime I do anything, I feel alright in the morning, and then if I do like 1 or 2 hours of stuff like phone calls, a bit of work, things like that, I just get completely wiped out by lunchtime. So we got halfway around the park and then decided to sit down. So that's like, I don't even know if you can see, that came from over there. So I've just walked further than I have done in a few weeks. I just went through one park and then did a loop of the other one. Remembered I could actually sit down and take a rest, which was worth it. But yeah, getting there. Definitely feels like there's still something wrong with my shoulders, of course, but it's getting a bit easier, and I've done it. So now like my neck is not painful. Like all of my muscles are repaired and recovered. Not recovered. All of my muscles are repaired. So I guess like if anything was torn, it's all like rejoined back together effectively. But what happens with your muscles, and I learned all of this from my physios, basically if they heal, but they don't know how long they need to be and stuff like that, so then you need to retrain your body. So I've been doing quite a lot of work around different physio exercises. I finally got the green light to do Pilates, which is good. I haven't done any weights, but I do have a 19 kilo suitcase with me. Not sure how I managed that for this trip, 3.5 weeks. I don't have to do any physio. I've just got a few basic stretches and things to do, which I will do in a minute. But overall, I would say like I still do have pain like every few days. Like some days I get no pain now. But it has still been a super long process. I'm still not super strong, although I'm sure by the end of this trip, carrying my heavy case, that will change. But yeah, as I keep saying, the fact that I'm here and I'm telling this story a year later is a really positive thing. But yeah, it's been one hell of a year, and I guess like psychologically it took me a little bit of time to get over it. That seems extreme to say it like that, but like yeah, like the first 2-3 months like were hard, really hard. Even though I was very fortunate that I haven't seriously injured myself. Well, I did seriously injure myself, but I was very fortunate that I didn't break anything. I have been told, and this is quite an extreme thing to say, but I have been told if I was 2 inches shorter I probably wouldn't be walking right now, because I have quite a long neck, and the way that I fell, like the vertebrae compressed. So because there was lots of space in my neck, the vertebrae didn't compress down so much, so I'm very fortunate there. I'm so lucky. I think it's just made me try to appreciate what I do have a little bit more. This GoPro is seriously overheating already, which is a little bit of a concern. Anyway, it feels really hot. Is that supposed to do that? It just makes you appreciate what you do have and try and make the most of it, which is one of the main reasons that I booked this trip. And I'm super excited to be here. I was so nervous before I left. I don't know why, because as soon as I was on the plane and like I had a little chat to the woman next to me and stuff like that, like as soon as I was on the plane and I got into it, I was fine. And it didn't feel real when I got here. So my friend is about to pick me up in about 20 minutes, which is why I'm making this video quickly. I think I need to write down like month to month, like what my recovery has been. I was supposed to document it, as I said, but it just hasn't seemed like the right time to be doing that. Or it just didn't seem like there was much to report, and I just kind of got on with stuff, to be honest. Like day to day, it's been, you know, each month I've been back to my physio and I've got various different exercises to do, and it has been really improving. Overall, it was the worst pain of my life. I was on painkillers for just 7 days. Naproxen, and then anti-inflammatories can hinder the healing process with muscles, so I didn't have any more, and to be honest, it didn't really work. And then I just had a mix of paracetamol and ibuprofen, which didn't work. Didn't really want to do codeine or cocodamol, so I have just been sucking it up and getting on with it. The fact that I had to think about doing physio every single day, and I've had to think about my neck every single day for a year, has been tough. But actually the neck pain has more or less gone. It's just what happens is your body, and a lot of this I learned from my physio, what happens is your body immediately thinks protect the spine, protect the spine, protect the spine. So it sends pain signals down, so it's so that you don't do anything. But actually what I've been training my body to do is like to move a bit more normally and do that. But yeah, so as I said, I started Pilates now. But yeah, well, I've just noticed there's a really cool building like hidden from view behind this one. The main thing is I'm here, I've just done a long haul flight. Yeah, I'm in a little bit of pain, but I've been swimming, got the green light for Pilates, like I'm back on it. I'm carrying my case, doing lots of walking, hopefully, although we're driving today. But yeah, that's it for now, I think. It's just been a slog every day, and I think I'm just looking forward to the day where I don't need to think about it anymore. And then I'll feel like I'm totally recovered. 1 year on, man, mental.